Welcome back to botany class. Previous class we concluded with types of blotting techniques. 3 different types of blotting techniques you have learned: southern blotting, northern blotting and western blotting. Today let's start from differences among blotting techniques. What are the differences among these 3 different kinds of blotting techniques? Southern blotting, northern blotting and western blotting. What are the differences? First, the name of the person who invent this blotting techniques. Southern blotting was invented by Southern, the name of the person Southern. But northern blotting and western blotting, it is misnomer. That means the name of the person is, it's wrong name designation. But southern blotting was invented by the person Southern, so it's named as southern blotting technique. Then separation. What are the molecules are separated by these 3 different kinds of blotting technique? Southern blotting, DNA molecules are separated. In northern blotting, RNA molecules are separated. And western blotting, proteins can be separated. This is the difference among these 3. Then denaturation. During this southern blotting technique, denaturation of molecules needed. This southern blotting and western blotting, the molecules can be denatured. But northern blotting, it's no need of denaturing the molecules. Next difference, membrane. What are the membrane used for separating this? Mainly nitrocellulose or nylon membranes can be used in southern blotting and western blotting. Southern blotting and western blotting, nitrocellulose membranes can be used, but in northern blotting it's used another membrane, aminobenzyloxymethyl. Aminobenzyloxymethyl is used only in northern blotting technique. One word question, also it's important, aminobenzyloxymethyl. Then hybridization. In southern blotting, DNA hybridization, northern blotting, RNA to DNA hybridization, then western blotting, protein antibody hybridization. So first one DNA, then RNA, then protein antibody hybridization. Finally, visualizing. How to visualize this? By means of autoradiogram. First 2, southern blotting and northern blotting, autoradiogram can be used to visualize that. Western blotting, in the dark room it can be visualized. So these are the differences among southern blotting, northern blotting and western blotting. This is the first question today you are going to learn. 5 mark question is very important. The differences, advantages, this type of point wise questions are very important. And when you are choosing the question, you select this type of question to score the full mark. Let's start another topic, bioassay for target gene effect. Bioassay. What's meant by bioassay? Bioassay is an analytical method to determine the substance, the molecules which has the potency or concentration. To determine its potency or concentration in its effects in the living organism can be analyzed. That's called bioassay. Target gene. The question is bioassay for target gene effect. What's meant by target gene? The target gene may be target DNA or insertion DNA, insert DNA or foreign DNA or exogenous DNA. So this is the target gene or target DNA. So this effect on target gene is effect on the nucleic acid. So in this there are 2 different, when the targeting the gene effect, bioassay for targeting the gene effect, the nucleic acid, it is introduced it into the nucleic acid. In the nucleic acid, there is a knockout of gene. The gene can be knocked out. What's this? Gene knockout. The genes are made it inoperative. The genes are made inoperative. To make this gene inoperative, there are two vectors are used. They are insertion vector, and replacement vector can be used. There are two different vectors are used to knock out the gene. To knock out the gene, the insertion vector and the replacement vectors can be used. What's the difference among these two vectors? The insertion vectors. The vectors can be inserted, the whole vector can be inserted inside the nucleic acid. So, this insertion of vector, it can be introduced into the nucleus. So, this insertion vectors are at first is circular in nature. When it enters inside, during the insertion, it becomes linear. So, in the homologous, so it insertion vector. While the replacement vectors are homology regions and it is collinear. Before transfection, it can be linear. This one during transfection, this insertion vectors at first it is circular, during insertion it become linear. But this replacement vector before transfection, what's meant by transfection? Introduce it into the nucleic acid, insertion of nucleic acid. So, this before transfection, this replacement vectors become linear. So, these two vectors are used for this target gene effect. So, this is a 3-mark question. Prepare it for 3 mark. These all are 3-mark questions. Very important. Prepare it 3 mark. When you are preparing for the exam, 2-mark question separately, 3-mark question, 5-mark question. Prepare it separately. The next question is genome sequencing and plant genome projects. Genome sequencing. Genome. What's meant by genome? The totality of the gene. You know that the genes or the genes or traits which express the characters of an organism. So, this genome is the amount, the totality of the genes. There are number of genes located. These genes are present in the form of nucleic acid. If you take a cell in the nucleus, nuclear genome, the genes which are present located in the nucleus, normally it present in the genetic material, in the form of genetic material, that is nuclear genome, or it's present in the mitochondria called mitochondrial genome, or in the plastids. These all genomes, these all genes which are called genome, the totality of all characters which express the characters, genome. Here the question is sequencing, genome sequencing. This genome, all these characters of an organisms in plants, it can be determined by analysis, sequence analysis. So, this sequence analysis, here the plant genome projects. Plant genome projects or this analytical method of this sequencing the analysis. So, it can be analyzed by sequence analysis. Sequencing, it analyze each and every part of the organism, evolutionary, DNA content, all these types of characters are analyzed by sequencing method, is called genome sequencing. So, it's analyzed by the content of the DNA. So this content of the DNA which can be measured by C value. So one word question, the content of the genome, here C value, it can be measured by C value. C value is the content of DNA that is measured by C value. The next question, evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA. So nowadays, in the previous class, last year, 11th standard, you learned cladogram. You may heard this word, cladogram, in which the evolutionary pattern of assessment of this taxonomy, the taxa is in the taxonomic hierarchy. There are different units, different forms, taxa. So this taxa, evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA. So this DNA, based on the content of DNA, the characteristics of DNA and the content of this DNA, the evolutionary trend can be assessed. So it's indicated in the form of cladogram. So cladogram is, in short, we can say it's a evolutionary tree based on the indication of DNA, content of DNA. So if you analyze all the characteristics of DNA, all the traits, each and every trait can be determined in the form of genes. So if the content of DNA is analyzed, all the characters are present in it. So it contains antiquity or modernity, from ancient till the modern. That is this evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA. Next question, genome editing. Here there are number of approaches for genome editing. What's meant by genome editing? Two more questions. Genome editing. The genes, you know that the organisms which contains number of genes, each gene carries different characters or traits. All these traits are determine a particular character. Here editing, genome editing is a group of technology. What's meant by genome editing? It's a group of technology by which, under this technology, group of technology, the genes can be modified or altered. So either adding the gene or removing the gene or altering the gene. So either adding the gene or removing the gene from the genome or altering the gene is possible. This chapter, in the 4th biotechnology chapter, you learned so many techniques, how to insert the gene and how to alter the gene, gene manipulation, genetic engineering technology and so on. So by this method, this genome is editing. It's altered or add or remove. It can be manipulated. So that is genome editing. So this genome editing, there are number of approaches are there, but very simple and very simple method of approach is CRISP or Cas9 editing. So the type of editing is CRISP or Cas9. Learn this. All these terms are new for you. So learn all these terms. And what's meant by CRISP or Cas9? It's the short form of clustered. C represent clustered, or regularly, I interspaced, S short, and P palindromic repeats. So CRISP or Cas9 is clustered, regularly, interspaced, short, palindromic repeats, in which this Cas9 is the encoding protein 9. That is CRISP or Cas9. So CRISP or Cas9 is the genome editing technique. It's a group of technique by adding or removing or altering the gene. number of plant species can be added. The genes can be altered by means of adding and removing. You learn some techniques, but here there is an example, rice. Mutagenesis. So, this all are either it is cloned or it may be mutated. So, here the rice, and one of the example of this CRISP or Cas9 technique is rice mutagenesis. This rice is rice, Oryza sativa, mutagenesis of this rice. Why it is important? This CRISP or Cas9 or clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats are used very much because of its faster, cheaper, and this is more accurate. This technique is very much accurate, faster, cheaper method. It's a faster method, it's a cheaper method, and it gives very accurate result. So that this method is used for this genome editing. In this rice mutagenesis, the rice seeds are cloned. The mutagenesis of rice seeds are cloned. So, it can be identified by, or it can be demonstrated by Imtiaz Kant and Venkatesan Sundaresan. So, this name is important, either one word or 2 mark is important. Imtiaz Kant and Venkatesan Sundaresan and their colleagues, they worked together and in rice plant Oryza sativa, and they found the mutagenesis. They cloned the seeds of this rice. Mutagenesis, rice can be cloned by these persons, Imtiaz Kant and Venkatesan Sundaresan and their colleagues. They work together and forms the mutagenesis rice by cloning the seeds of rice. That is genome editing. Example, if they ask, you write the example rice. So, due to this mutagenesis of this, what is the use of this? This re-engineer rice to switch it from sexual to asexual. So, that is the result of their work. The rice plant. Example of this genome editing CRISP or Cas9 is this mutagenesis rice, which can be cloned by its seed. The next question, RNA interference. RNA interference or RNAi. RNA interference. Here, as you know, the genes or the characters which can be expressed by means of the genes. The genes are expressing the characters of all the traits, all characters, features of living organisms can be expressed by the gene. But this expression, there are two functioning, this expressed, when the genes are expressed, the functioning gene and the non-expressor genes can be present in it. So, when the genes are expressed, these all the characters are within this genome. What is genome? Gene is single. The genome, the totality of the characters which is present in different areas, either in the nuclear genome or in the plastids or in the mitochondria. Here, the process, the expression of genes or the characters can be expressed by two different processes, that is transcription and translation. This is very important, transcription and translation. 2 more question, what is transcription? What is translation? What is transcription? In transcription, the DNA, these genes are located in the DNA sequences. you all know that there are two complementary strands. So this is one strand from 5 dash 3 dash direction, another one 3 dash 5 dash direction. So this transcription is the process at first. When the characters are expressed, transcription and translation. In transcription, this double stranded DNA, from here it encodes the coded languages. Here the one strand can be expressed, for example, it can be expressed by A, G, T, C, like that. Then the complementary strand. So this genetic code is the expression of one strand can be copying to the another strand by mRNA. This process is called as transcription. So when transcription taking place, this intron, there is a region in the gene called introns. These introns are non-coding regions. What are introns? Non-coding regions. So after this mRNA transcribe the message from DNA one strand to the other, copying of the complementary sequence. So the sequence is copying to the another strand by mRNA. As soon as this mRNA transcribe the message, it cannot translate. Before translating, it cannot translate to the cytoplasm. As soon as the mRNA forms, it cannot directly transmit it to the cytoplasm. Before that, it can be get ready, the cell can be get ready. So this introns are non-coding regions. Here the question is RNA interference. So some of this genetic code, this code is this sensor code. The coding region of this DNA is sensor or coding strand or sensor strand. But some of these regions of DNA are in silence. Now translation is the process by which, that is protein synthesis, the ribosomes, which involves either in the ribosomes present in the cell or it is present in the endoplasmic reticulum, involves for protein synthesis. Here RNA interference, that is RNAi. In short, we can say it as RNAi. So RNAi is the process of inhibit gene expression. This inhibits the expression of gene is called as RNA interference. So what's the meaning RNA interference? RNAi. Remember that in short, RNA interference, which is termed or it is referred as inhibit, RNAi, that means inhibit gene expression. RNAi is the process by which inhibits the gene expression. By inhibiting this gene expression, it takes place in two steps, only two steps. Look at this diagram. Here in the first step, the trigger RNA, there is a RNA which can trigger the process, that is miRNA or dsRNA. DS is the double stranded RNA, or it's called as microRNA, mi. In short, it is termed as mi, that means microRNA. This RNA, either dsRNA or this miRNA, triggers the RNA, this one. This is the dsRNA or the miRNA. It's triggered by an enzyme. That enzyme name is RNase 2 enzyme. RNase 2, type 2. The enzyme is type 2, RNase enzyme 2, that is called dicer or drosha. Dicer. So this is dicer. This is the enzyme. This is the RNA. So RNA is in the form of mi or ds. RNA triggered by this enzyme dicer. So, as the result of this, when it triggers, there is an interaction of dicer with RNA. So, this dicer enzyme interact with this RNA and it produces this RNA into siRNA. Si, short or small RNA, small interference RNA. It becomes a short segments. So, this double stranded, at first it was double stranded, either double stranded or it is microforms. It can be interact with the enzyme dicer and it becomes siRNA. That is the first step. First step, the RNA converted to siRNA. miRNA converted to siRNA. In the second step, this siRNA uptake of this siRNA. So, this siRNA uptake by the nematode. This is the nematode. The nematode is the worm. So, in plants it is a parasitic worm, this nematode. So, uptake of this nematode, it takes this siRNA is taken by the nematodes. So, when it takes inside, say this nematode is commonly called as root knot nematode, that is plant parasitic nematodes, which takes this siRNA. In the siRNA, what is there? RNA induced silencing complex, that is called RISC. RISC complex is there. What is this complex? RNA, the R represent RNA, I represent induced, S silencing complex. So, what is this? RISC, RNA induced silencing complex is present. In this picture, it is the RISC complex with unshipped RNA is present there. This is the unshipped RNA. So, this is the target RNA. Now, this target RNA, this single stranded RNA or hybridized. See, ssRNA, single stranded RNA, these are the ssRNA. Single stranded RNAs are hybridized with the target mRNA. This is the target mRNA, this is the hybridization. So, ssRNA are hybridized with the target mRNA. This is the second step. So, it takes place in the nematodes. So, it takes place, this process takes place in the nematodes. What is the process? RNA interference. That means which inhibit gene expression. So, these are the questions you are going to learn today. Once again, let us see that bioassay for target gene effect, genome sequencing and plant genome projects, evolutionary pattern assessed using DNA, genome editing by CRISPR-Cas9 and RNA interference. Another question is differences between southern blotting, northern blotting and western blotting. Most probably next week you will have exam. So, first 3 lessons you prepare well for the test and write the test very well. Thank you.